when I did a discussion a couple of months ago about the situation with the gas explosion that happened in May last year, and I mentioned about this guy who'd hijacked a lorry and rammed into the house in East Kilbride. He went in trial last month, and he got sentenced for 10 years. And there's quite interesting footage of that, but I just wanted to have a quick chat about that and the whole situation. So here we go. So trucker admits ramming HGV into partner's East Kilbride home. So a trucker was admitted deliberately ramming his HGV into his girlfriend's home while the two children were inside. Derek Wellington reversed twice into the house in East Kilbride, South Lanarkshire, causing 7 homes to be evacuated and 2 to be destroyed. And the evidence of that is still there if you go down that street. It's terrible. The bill to the damage came to £475,000. Wow, that's quite a lot. Wellington pled guilty to a string of charges, including culpable and reckless conduct to the danger of lives. 34-year-old was on bail at the time of the previous instance when he attacked girlfriend Sarah Cassidy at a hotel in Edinburgh. He was told to stay away from the 33-year-old after headbutting her, dragging her and pinning her against the wall. My God, what's wrong with this guy? But despite the court order, the couple resumed contact, and he repeatedly called her on the day of the lorry rage incident on the 6th of September last year. The High Court in Glasgow heard Wellington had flown into drunken rage after Miss Cassidy refused to meet him. He had screamed down the phone to her, "I'm going to park my lorry in your living room." Well, unfortunately, that's what he did. She was laid out on the street near her home in Lancaster Crescent when she spotted her partner driving past. Prosecutor Lisa Gillespie QC told the court she told him under no circumstances he was to come to the house because there were children there. He stated he was coming round anyway. Miss Cassidy tried to calm Wellington by agreeing to meet him out in the street nearby, but panicked when she saw him in his truck about 2300 hours, so about 11 at night. Miss Gillespie said she was terrified because of his earlier threats and ran back to her house. As she did, she heard a loud banging noise and windows smashing. Wellington then drove past her again away from the street. Miss Cassidy then broke down and became hysterical when she found her housing association home caved in. Oh. A friend who had been inside at the time had spotted Wellington pull up, straighten his lorry and then reverse at speed into the property. Wellington from Kilmarnock repeated the manoeuvre before escaping. The friend raced to grab the two children and took them outside. The court heard they're all unarmed. One witness described sounds akin to an earthquake as Wellington repeatedly reversed his HGV into Miss Cassidy's house, completely wrecking the property. When police arrived, Miss Cassidy was on the phone to Wellington, who was overheard threatening he was coming back to finish it. He added, "I told you I was going to ram into your house." What kind of man does that? Damaged truck, still carrying a load of wood chips, was found abandoned in a supermarket car park the next morning with Wellington's wallet inside. Idiot. The court heard occupants of 7 houses had to be evacuated that night. Those in 4 of the properties were able to return, but the damage to Miss Cassidy's home and next door neighbours was so bad that the houses had to be demolished. The other house needed repair before it was safe. Clyde Valley Housing Association ended up with a bill totaling £475,000 due to the damage and loss of rental income. Wellington also pled guilty to assaulting Miss Cassidy in Edinburgh, breaching bail, threatening behaviour and spitting at a police officer. He was remanded in custody and will be sentenced next month, and he has been sentenced for 10 years in jail, which is probably justifiable, to be fair. Now, my anecdote to this is I was walking, as I normally do at lunchtime, the day after, the 7th of September, and I saw this lorry parked in the car park they mentioned in the supermarket car park. It was a Lidl, and looked like it'd been damaged quite substantially, like it'd been reversed into or something. And it's only later I realised it was this situation of this guy reversing into the house. And I walk past the street where the house is when I do my walking most nights, so it's really frightening to see somebody to do that, and it's kind of. You kind of wonder where people get their mindset and psyche from sometimes, that you feel that you need to prove a point by being so destructive. It perplexes me why we all get angry feelings, we all get frustrated, but where's that red fog come from? Because sometimes I don't get it. I don't get the red fog that comes sometimes with people, and I think it really strange and weird and odd that it happens as it does. But it's a lot of damage, £250,000 worth of damage almost. 2 people have lost their homes, and there's still no end in sight of them getting a property back on the site, which is really strange.
If you like this video, don't forget to like it and share it with the hashtag teamstructor, and don't forget that subscribe button so you know when a new video comes out. General rule, every video comes out at 4 PM GMT on a Sunday. You can also join the Patreon from at least £1 a month, $1 a month. You can help join and support the Patreon by join the link, patreon.com/Deanstructor. Yes, I will see you Sunday. But thanks guys for watching as always. I'll see you later.